All very familiar with this, is common, especially for the sites who normally experience, I think, marami kami, frequent what? Pipeline damages, no? Or failures, or if you have excavation works in your site that requires repairs. So these are excavations. No? It defines as any cut, man-made openings in the ground is called excavation. But sometimes we underestimate this kind of activities. No? For smaller, no, not wide excavations, we call that as trench. Okay? If it's wide, excavation. It's small, trench. So these are the hazards in excavation. First one, cave in. Number one cause of death in excavation is cave in, and it falls under the primary cause of fatality. That cut in. So cave in is an example of cut in. You were caught inside the excavation. Okay. Falls. Falling loads. Hazardous environment. How does hazardous environment happens in excavation? Huh? H2S? Okay. Can be. Or probably the site that you were excavating used to be a landfill. Okay. If it used to be a landfill, there are some what? Gases that have been stored. Or probably you are excavating and you have a nearby operational asset or site with chemicals being produced, or you have heavy equipments, carbon monoxide, exhaust from heavy equipments. It was presented by Vijay. Carbon monoxide is lighter than air, so it will not go inside the excavation, but carbon dioxide does. And it cannot seen by the eye. We only know that through tests. Okay? Mobile equipment and underground utilities. So we'll see this one by one. So this is an example of false. If you have an excavation, don't do this. Do this. Okay? Pretty straightforward. If you have an excavation, make sure that the excavated soil, we call that as spoils, at least 2 feet from the edge of the excavation. If you have bigger space, the farther, the better. Okay? So don't limit yourself to 2 feet only. Okay? If you have a restricted space, then okay, that would be the limitation. What happens is, if you keep this material near the excavation, your excavation is only 1 meter, but the material you put in here is just put on the side, this becomes 3 meters. Right? Because you are producing a mountain below your excavation. So it adds that depth of your excavation. And not only that, it adds weight to your excavation. So if there is weight, there's a tendency to collapse. Mobile equipment, that's why we recommend that for all excavations, there should be a hard barrier, not a warning tape. Warning tape will not, what? Stop this, right? So I hope that is pretty self-explanatory. Falling loads, okay? Sometimes it's very hot. What people will do, they will put a shield, put hollow blocks. And one worker is looking also for hollow blocks. He lifted it up without knowing that there is one guy there sitting down, hiding from the height. So this falls. So it will go back again to the primary cause of death in construction, falling object. This one. You have a problem in excavation. What is this? Water accumulation, right? It's a big problem in construction. But what happened? You put a dewatering pump inside the excavation. But what is the material, or sorry, the fuel used for running the dewatering? Diesel. So you are producing combustion. The byproduct is CO. Over a period of time, your oxygen will be replaced with CO. And CO will just make you feel what? Sleepy, just like what you are feeling now. But I'm not giving out CO, okay? So this is the problem. You are finding a solution to a problem, but you're also introducing new problem. So you have to be very careful with that. Okay? Be very careful. Water accumulation. Access and egress is also a big problem in excavation. If there is an excavation, make sure that the access is properly designed according to this. Okay? Use a ramp 20 degrees. If it's between 20 to 30, avoid that. Use stairs if the angle is between 30 to 50. Ladder 60 to 75 and 90 to 75 for ladder use. This is for excavation only, my friends. Huh? Don't use this in other. Don't use this as reference in other form of access in construction. So protective systems in excavations, there are three: support or shoring system. Okay, this is shoring. Sloping or benching. So this is sloping. Benching is like this, like a stairs. So that's benching. But you can combine that together in excavation. You have the sloping and benching at the same time. And shielding, trench backs. Remember, shielding or trench backs is there. The sole purpose is to protect the workers from cave in. Okay? While support or shoring system is to prevent the excavation from collapsing. So these are two different protective systems. But sometimes what happens, they install this thinking that this is considered to be a shoring system. No, it's not. It's completely different. Completely different. Okay, so shoring is a structure such as metal, hydraulic, mechanical, or timber. Okay? So that's it.